What's up, everybody? It's almost New Year's, so I figured I'd help you out with your New Year's resolution. So here are my top 3 New Year's resolutions for bass players. Now, a couple of these are a little bit off the beaten path, but that's what I was hoping for. I'm hoping to come up with some ideas that might not be, the first thing that come to your head. So here's what we're going to do. I've got 3, and I'm going to show you how to practice them from like beginner level to advanced level. So if you're an advanced player, stick around for each one because I got something for you. All right, here we go. All right, at number 3, learn how to sing. Yeah, all right, okay, all right. I know. There's so many of you who are like, yeah, I don't sing. I don't sing. Except you should. Here's why. When you sing, you do a thing called audiation. Audiation is when you hear notes in your head, and you have to be able to hear notes in your head in order to sing pitches accurately. And audiation is one of the most valuable tools you can have as a musician. It improves everything about your musicianship, from your creativity to your ability to play accurately in a group. So developing your voice is going to be a fast track to developing your ear in that way. So if you are one of those people who thinks, well, I'm tone deaf, I've never sung in my life, that's fine. I'm going to show you where to start. The first thing you got to do is you got to explore your voice. Figure out what your voice feels like in different ranges. You might not want to try this one at a Starbucks. Maybe find some time when you're alone, because this is like, it's a little weird, okay? But you literally have to try to find your low notes in your voice, like your deep voice, so you can impersonate Arnold Schwarzenegger if you'd like. Or you also have to find how high your voice goes. So I call this Mickey Mousing, because if you impersonate Mickey Mouse and go, oh boy, that's your head voice. You need to know where your head voice is. You need to feel that out. So go ahead and talk in that voice and impersonate Mickey Mouse, and then work your way down through your voice like this, like you're going in slow-mo, and then go all the way down and then go all the way back up again. And that's kind of the weirdest part. But step 2 is going to be the most important. The second step is you got to be able to match a pitch with your voice. And this is where you're going to start seeing the benefits of this audiation stuff. So here's how you learn how to match a pitch, even for those of you who are, tone deaf. Play a note on your bass. I'm going to play a B flat. Okay, listen to the note. Now I'm an experienced singer, so I can sing that note. I know where that is in my voice. But if you can't match the pitch, let's say, take a chromatic tuner. You can get one for free, download it on your phone, or you can be like me and have one of these cool Korg ones that I love so much. See if you can sing the note that you played. So it's a B flat. Now you might miss it completely. That's like a D, all right? It's like a flat D. Well, I'm going to move my voice in either direction until it says B flat. Once I get it in that B flat range, you might be all over the place, but try to get it in the B flat. Play the note again. Try it again. Sing it and play with the note. Now here's the important part. Here's the catch. Okay, now I've got the note, but I'm out of tune. So what I'm listening for now is a thing called oscillation. You're gonna hear a warbliness with the note. It's gonna like whoa 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 whoa. The slower you can make that warble, the closer you are to the note. You do this when you tune harmonics. Hear that warble? Okay. Then when you can get the warble to stop, that's when you're in tune. That's how you get there. It takes a little bit, but remember, this is a New Year's resolution. Do this for 10 minutes a day. Okay? This is a 10-minute a day thing. Don't do this for long. Learn how to match pitch, and then move on to singing scales. Sing bass lines. Sing arpeggios. Sing, for those of you who are more advanced, learn how to sing leads on a song this year. Learn how to sing background vocals. If you already sing background vocals, learn how to sing 3-part background vocals. You can do that already? You're really advanced? Start improvising with your voice. Start improvising and doing scat solos with your voice and see if you can play on pitch. See if you can play a line on your bass and sing it back. There's all these things that you can do to just keep ratcheting up this skill to the next level, to the next level, to the next level. And it only takes a couple minutes a day, and it will pay dividends in your musicianship. Whew. All right. Okay, in at number 2 is write something on your bass once a week, whether it be a song with lyrics and chords, or a bass line to a jam track, or a bass solo, some type of melody. Be creative this year. If you're a bass player, you are being a musician. If you're a musician, you are being a creator of music. It doesn't matter if you're playing something that's rehearsed or if you're improvising on the spot. You are creating the music that's happening. Being a more creative musician means putting yourself in an artist's role. And that doesn't have to be some complicated thing. You don't have to start wearing scarves, and you don't need a soul patch, okay? If you want to do both those things, that's fine. That's fine. You do you. But it can be as simple as putting on a jam track, and instead of noodling, or instead of just playing eighth notes or quarter notes or just that same slap bass line you've always played, come up with something that's repetitive that you like the sound of. Noodle around until you find something that you think sounds good. That was pretty cool, right? So maybe I record that on my phone. Maybe I edit it to make it sound better. Maybe I keep tweaking it over the week, and then by the end of the week, I have a really cool bass line that I like. It doesn't matter how you do it. This is a really simple one. And for you advanced players, come up with solos and actually write them out using notation. Or, record a solo and then edit the notes so that you can make it the perfect solo or whatever. Like, there are so many ways to practice your creativity that it's just a matter of settling down and doing it a little bit every day. Hey, just a quick reminder that if you would like to take private lessons from me, I'm going to be opening up my availability full-time in June of this coming year. So email me at the email in the description and let me know that you're interested. I'll get you on my wait list, and you'll be one of the people I'm contacting in June. So if you'd like to know more, I've got a video link in the description. It tells you about what my lessons are like and my pricing. So I hope to hear from you. Keep it simple, keep it enjoyable. A lot of bass players harp on this, like make sure you're creating music when you're practicing. I think that's really, really important. And this is just a really kind of systematic goal that can keep you in that mode and is going to improve your musicianship and improve your bass playing, throughout the year. Okay, and at number 1, to me, the most important thing you can improve as a bass player, and I love the meat and potatoes stuff. This is definitely meat and potatoes here. Learn how to subdivide rhythms. Okay, this can go from the most basic thing, which is literally subdividing to a metronome. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That's where you start. To really, really complex things, like being able to subdivide complex rhythms. 1, E, a 3 and 4, a 3, a 4, E. Learning how to subdivide rhythms, I cannot tell you how important and revelational that will be to your ability to feel the pulse, be accurate, and play intentional rhythms and to develop an actual pocket in your playing. It's everything as a bass player. The thing I harp on a lot with students is rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. If you got good time and play good rhythms, then you're already a good bass player. You don't even have to get into notes and scales or anything like that. You can play root notes with good rhythm. People will want to play with you. So, and it's one of those things that a lot of people don't take the time and really could use some time ratcheting up their time and their rhythm. So here's how you do it. Okay. So for the beginners out there, you start with eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Notice I count in a percussive way and I'm counting out loud. That's important, okay? So that's step one. This is going to make your time better, and it's going to start teaching you how the beat is divided up, because we make rhythms out of those divisions. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. One thing I love to do is this. You don't even have to be able to read music to do this. I like to write the subdivisions on a piece of paper, okay? Here they are. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and I like to do it for 2 full measures. Now, I like to start in the beginning by putting a dot underneath all of those subdivisions and just counting out loud and playing my eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Then I start to make patterns out of the dots. Maybe I put 3 in a row and 1 off, like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Maybe I start to move those patterns around to make them a little more difficult. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Then I like to randomly place the dots. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. I move from doing it slow and counting out loud to counting in my head and turning up the tempo. Here's that same thing at a higher tempo while I'm counting in my head. 2, 3, and. When you start to get really good with eighth notes, and you can do random rhythms like that, then move on to 16th notes, which are subdivided like this. 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a. Go through the same steps that I just described with the 16th notes. Here's a random rhythm. 1 E and a, 2 E and a, ready, and 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a. Now in my head, ready, and. If you're really good at it, do triplet subdivisions. Do in different time signatures, 5/4, 4/4, 7/4, 3/4, 6/8, all those things. But make this the year where you really, really get disciplined with your rhythms. I can't tell you how beneficial it is as a bass player. I can't tell you how much more fun and how much better the grooves feel when you play and you have that ability to really sense the subdivisions in music. Learn to subdivide your rhythms. That's my number one New Year's resolution. And again, all 3 of these, 10 minutes a day each. 10 minutes of practice session. 5 minutes of practice session. If you're doing these focused for 5 minutes, man, it's going to pay dividends. Around the 4 or 5 month mark, by May, you're going to be seeing some serious dividends in your bass playing if you learn to sing a little bit, if you are creative, and if you are learning how to subdivide your rhythms. So, happiest of New Year's, everybody. I hope everybody has an incredible 2025. I'll probably hit you up with another video before the new year, but I just wanted to make sure I said that. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. All the best.